Welcome to the Quantum Playground. I am BZ Rieger. I wanted to play with what's next, or more clearly said, what's now, as we are in the moment, and now is the moment to step all in, to bring it full on, for your being and your doing, what you agreed to do, your mission, your purpose. Have you felt into what role you're focused on, where you're bringing your gifts and your vibrational frequency to focus on? There are three clear paths of flow that are lighting up as all unfolds. Actively bringing down the close of the old, the linear false construct. Being a conduit, helping people step out of the rubble and notice the sun is shining. Expanding the foundation and creating the new full on. So I'd like to play in this conversation with the first two. Actively bringing down the close of the old, and being a conduit to help people step out of the rubble and notice the sun is shining. And oftentimes people will have a clear focus where they have the intention and a lot of their doing is focused on one particular path, but oftentimes they'll have one and flow into the next, or they'll act with some doing in one that comes first, and then fully step into the one that's their major path. So actively bringing down the close. There's lots of ways to do that. You'll know if this is something that really is catching your attention, inspiring you, remembering that this is clearly a feeling of compelling you to take different actions. And if you're not certain, then this may not be the path that's really clearly unfolding for you. But look around and see what's happening, what's unfolding. Notice what's going on. Notice how you're reacting to it. Notice how you're feeling into connecting all of those dots and how things are lighting up for you. And you're having nudges. You're having thoughts come in, internal promptings, some very loud, very clear, very demonstrative, to play with that. So it could actively be working down behind the scenes in various ways on small, what might be labeled as small wings, arms, or tentacles of all that's crumbling down, although each is not small, each is very large because it encompasses the all and what's really happening. So feel into that, play in that. It could be bringing out information. It could be finding information. It could be researching and connecting the dots. It could be bringing more information to light. It could actually be locally, in person, connecting with things that are going on and helping them unfold, getting the word out. And in your community, again, whether that's in the physical local community or in various communities that you reach out to through other means, telepathically, electronically, and locally as well, to get information out, to connect those dots, to help people who are actively working to bring things down and collapse the old, and also those who need the information so that they can keep doing their next steps. So it's a variety of ways, but you'll know if this is something that you're called to do, called to focus on, called to engage in, and then you'll take the steps that really light up for you. That's why I call it a path, because the path shines for you, and the next steps, the different dots, the different things that you agreed to do or meant to do, your part in the whole path unfolding will light up for you. You'll see the footprints. You'll know where to step and how to dance down that path. The next is being a conduit and helping people step out of the rubble and notice that the sun is shining. The image that I have, as if something was to stones in a building or something were to fall over and crash down. There's lots of rubble, lots of dust, kind of a mess, and there's a lot of trepidation. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of mixed signals, mixed emotions, mixed energy flowing around. But in that same picture where the rubble is down and the smoke is kind of clearing, the path for those who are attracted to it, who are called to it, is to go and reach out and connect, again, in a variety of different ways, to take people's hands, metaphorically and in reality, and show them that through the dust, through all of this chaotic dust, we'll say, the sun is shining, and there are glimpses, and they're starting to get brighter, and they're starting to sparkle, and they're starting to create a picture of, yes, things seem to be a mess and chaotic and confusing, and things that are being revealed, and foreshadowing of more things being revealed are upsetting and confusing. But out of this chaos is born wonderful new beginnings. And so being a conduit to help people step out of that, to see that, to not look down at their feet and see what's crumbled, what's fallen down, the revelations of various things that could be labeled as horrific and just beyond the scope of any realization. So that's another way. There's many ways to do that. Since we are just beginning to flow into that part as the first of actively bringing down things to a close, has not wrapped up yet. There is some preparation that you can do, some lifting and strengthening your muscles, and energetically, vibrationally, through your inner eye tech, that you can do to get fully ready for that. And you can start to play with that role now. So look at those two things and see what's calling to you. What are you already doing? What can you do as you magnify that doing? And how are you being to fully step into that, to be all in and full on? And now is the moment. Now is the time to really move forward with that and connect with that. Talk about it. Talk about it with yourself out loud, with your guide, with your soul. Talk about it with and connect with others and what's going on, how you're feeling moved, how they're feeling moved. It may be that already with those people you feel connected with, to reach out and have that conversation in various ways. That's part of another connection point. It's a part of another conduit, two conduits coming together, 3, 4, 5, whatever that is, and flow with that. And the same with actively bringing down the close of the old. There are so many parts and so many roles. Each one of us is so vital. Each being has something that they agree to do, something that they have trained to do, something that they have come actively to be a part in all of this. It's not about waiting. It's not about thinking, well, I can't wait till this happens. It's about doing it. It's about being and playing your part in various different ways on what's unfolding right now. So notice that. Notice what you're feeling. Notice what you're compelled to do. Notice what you have been having nudges to do but you've been ignoring. And are you willing to step all in? Are you willing to step and bring it full on, to no longer ignore those nudges, to no longer push those thoughts, the ideas and inspiration that come to you away, but yet to act on them? Again, in either of those first two paths of flowing and lighting up and unfolding of what you go, yes, that's it, okay, that's it. And I'm going to be and do and jump right in, all in and full on.